Welcome to Wargore TV and episode 68. I'm your host Adam, and tonight we're going to bring you 2,000 points of Age of Sigmar from the General's Handbook 2023 through to 2024. And of course, I can't go any further without saying a huge thank you to all our patrons and sponsors and affiliates that you'll have seen on the intro on the way in. So a huge thank you to you all. Thank you very much. Now, tonight we have with me two fine gentlemen. Well, one fine... And Craig! Craig is here! That's it. And Craig is bringing, of course...
the Kharadron Overlords.
Of course he is. What else would he rather bring? Not the Red Baron, but his own flavour. Meanwhile, Ben, you are bringing...
the Rainbow Trogs are back.
They're back.
They're back. Gloomspite Gitz.
Trog. KO. So, before these kind gentlemen take us through their lists, we do need to find out what scenario we're playing. And of course, there is but one person that can tell us all about it. Now, some say that he has a pet bunny rabbit called Flopsy. And he takes Flopsy for walks. And that Flopsy's 18 foot tall. All we know is he's called the Cleric.
Towers in the tundra. Andor's vast, unclaimed swathes of arcane land are a tempting prospect indeed. You are not the first to set foot here, as the ruins of the wizards that came before still dot the landscape. Seizing such magic-saturated sites will be vital, as will be plundering their forgotten treasures. Each player can choose one defensible terrain feature or faction terrain feature wholly within their territory to represent a wizard's tower. Wizard's towers have the arcane scenery rule in addition to any other rules they have. You score in this mission as such. Score 1 victory point if you control one objective. Another if you control both objectives. Score 2 victory points if you've completed your battle tactic. Furthermore, you can score 2 victory points if there are friendly units garrisoning the Wizard's Tower in your territory. And you can score 2 victory points if there are no units garrisoning the Wizard's Tower in the enemy territory.
The Kharadron Overlords, Barak-Thryng, with the grand strategy of rule the skies. And we've got there right in the centre the fantastic Ironclad itself, the Admiral's flagship no less. It has a sky cannon and it has the old reliable hull plates. Flanked to its left and its right are the wonderful Grundstok gun haulers. In front of them we have 15 Thunderers, which will no doubt be hiding in that fantastic Ironclad. Leading them all is the Admiral. He's Ex-Grundstok, and he has the hand-carved Nullstone icon. And to the side of him there is trusty Navigator, who's carrying the Voidstone orb. And then just behind them we've got 3 of the Endriggers. And then the surprise is a small band of fyreslayers. Leading them is a Rune Master with the Prayer of Ancestral Guidance.
The Gloomspite Gitz, Trogg edition. Leading them all is the Dankhold Trogg boss, with his artifact of Glowy Housets and the Loon Skin trait. Next to him, we've got Mush. We've got the Fungoid Cave Shaman, and he's got Merciless Blizzard. And we've got Scragrot, the Loon King, next to them. Now, these are all protecting their little shrine there, where all these wonderful Trogs may come out of again. We've got one 3 units of 6 Rock-Got Troggoths, and next to them we've got 2 units of 10 Squighoppers, all with a Squighopper boss. These are all in a battle regiment, and we also have the endless spell, Malevolent Moon. What's all this then? We's coming along out of our cave, protecting our little shrine, and we've got all these silly little stunties who want to upset us. We've got Mush looking after our tower, and I want that tower. That is my tower. I don't know why they have the stupid stunties in it. Look at them with their silly ships. This is gonna be really easy if they just come down and land where they should, so we can capture them.
Well, dear viewers, welcome to my turn 1. The Kharadron fleet is sailing, and it will fire on the enemy. So, we got a battle tactic for the turn. Opening salvo. Have to take it first, really. Destroy a unit in the shooting phase. And then we went for a command point on the Admiral. He got that. We went to read the winds. Put some model wounds on some Troggs, but they're really tough. That ward save is hard to get through. So, after that, we go straight to our main feature of the day. We flew high with the Ironclad and landed on this objective here, 9 inches away from pesky little squigs. This gun hauler went and just touched on this objective here, and the second gun hauler in the middle. Then we opened fire. Now, if you would like to notice, please, viewer, the squigs are no longer there. The full might of an Ironclad, Thunderers, and the rest of it to achieve the battle tactic. And that's where I leave it, actually, to be honest. We score 1 objective, score a second objective, as we do in this mission, and my battle tactic for a nice toasty 4 points.
So, Rainbow Troggs, turn 1. Battle tactic, we went for Moonlight Raid, because Craig kindly took both objectives. So, I've got to take one of them, and every model I have under the moon that's on it. So, quite an easy one if you can work it around your moons and stuff. I've got quite a few in this list. But yeah, we've got Primal Dice as well, so we had 3 each from Craig's turn as well. Quite handy actually, I ended up using them all. We went for a Mystic Shield from Mush. Craig stopped that one. Scragrot went for a Hand of Gork, and Craig stopped that one. Scragrot went for Fangs of the Moon against one of Craig's little ships, and nearly stopped that one. I was 1 over, so I did a fair bit of damage with that onto there. And then my Trogg boss cast his free endless spell because of his command trait, and that too moved up next to the little ship, did a couple of mortal wounds onto there. That was it for magic. I used all my primal dice and everything. Then we pushed up with these Troggs because I picked this objective to take. Craig very wisely redeployed. Sneaky little KO player. The Troggs that were here have jumped into this garrison with Mush because it looked like a nice home, spider free. These Trogs moved up with Scragrot. The squigs that Craig killed didn't come back out, unfortunately, and these squigs moved and ran all the way around here to get onto this objective, just in case Craig decides he wants it back. Other than that, I'm not on that objective because a very slow army. I get 3 points, and now a decisive roll-off as every other one. Rainbow with a pink. Oh.
May the fleet fly high. Welcome, dear viewers. Kharadron Overlords turn 2. We took the priority. And with that, an odd turn of events has happened as my guns aren't being used very much. So we started the turn. I picked Surround and Destroy. Figured while I have all my boats available, I should at least try to use them. We got a primal dice from Ben here. Mine rolled null. And then the first thing he did was get rid of the endless spell that was bugging our half of the table. If anyone's going to be lighting anything up, it's me and my ethematic weapons. No moons doing any of that sort. Then we split off. So, the gun hauler that had taken wounds, he's flown down to this corner here, along this table edge. This gun hauler put his boosters on full and ran all the way. And then last, the Admiral gave the command, and the ironclad flew high and landed on the back table edge there. We proceeded to open up the shooting phase with our gun hole over here. Did 3 mortal wounds to the cheeky squig unit. And then we did an all-out launch, every gun possible at some Troggoths. We took 1 off. But that's fine, that's fine. We're surrounding and destroying at the moment, and we've achieved that. So, we still hold on to our 1 objective. I don't think we're getting that back, folks. Not yet, anyway. Working on that. Well, we got our 3 points, which puts us on 7 plays free. But it is Ben's turn next.
Rainbow Trogg's turn 2. Battle tactic. I was a little bit stuck for this. We decided to go with Follow the Moon, so have every unit I own under the moon. Didn't really want to go for that one yet because the moon hasn't moved. It's still in my quarter of the board. So there's a couple of things I needed to go off because Scragrot's a moon, the terrain's a moon, and I kind of needed the endless spell to go off. So roll primal dice. I got 1, Craig got 1, so ended up with 3 each. Again, needed it. We went for a Mystic Shield. We got it onto the pink and purple Trogs in the middle of the board here. Mainly just to bolster the defence, just in case I don't get the double turn. Scragrot then tried to cast Hand of Gork, which Craig had to put all his primal dice in for to stop. And then I got the double 6 to get my endless spell out. So we got that with the primal dice as well. So that's there. So I've got that as a moon here, this area a moon here. Scragrot's got this bit as a moon, and it's all in this quarter. So I do have everything under the moon. We just was very restricted on movement. I couldn't push up as far as I wanted to. Could have used Scragrot's, put the moon in the middle, but I prefer that over turn 3 because it feels fitting it being in the middle of the game. Didn't shoot anything, didn't run anything. Not a lot else happened. Went for a rally but didn't get anything. Yeah, the squigs just moved up to that side of the board. Yeah, nothing. Squigs didn't come back out the shrine either. Just another 3 points. Kind of. It's hard. It's hard. Craig's manoeuvring. I'm manoeuvring. It's very tiptoey. So I think this dice roll crucial. Some may say. Get same dice roll again.
It's like,
I'm not having it.
not having it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dear viewers, turn 3 for the Kharadron Overlords. I thought we need to get in some action here. So, we chose our battle tactic, led into the Maelstrom, charge with a battle line and hero unit, and survive, as well as the enemy survive as well, strangely enough. So, Primal Dice, we went yes, we both went to Primal Dice. My heroic action, make my little Rune Master a wizard again so he can dispel the endless spell. He failed. He obviously doesn't like it as much as me. We read the winds and moved our Ironclad a little bit closer, along as our other gunhauler, to the garrison, the Wizard's Tower, which we seek to remove their units from. And then we went to our movement phase. So, we drove closer. I want to hit them with my hammer. And so I shall. The Endringers and the gunhauler met up in the middle of the field and did a few little field repairs, taking 6 down to 2 wounds. They're very efficient. The other gunhauler moved up into the midfield, and the Ironclad sat ready to unleash all the hell it could. We opened up the firing phase. We issued our Grundstok rounds to our Thunderers, better equipping them to take out garrisoned Troggs. They're hard enough to take out with, let alone when you put them in a building effectively. We shot and we shot and we shot some more, and we brought it down to 2 Troggs. Then we charged. The boat slammed into the garrison with all its might. Didn't do a lot of damage, to be perfectly onwards, but the Fumigators did their thing. Mushy is no more. We salute you, even though you are a goblin.
Mush.
However, the Troggs keeping in combat means we keep our battle tactic. And we've had a bit of action this turn. Bit of guns firing, bit of hitting each other. Troggs failed to do any combat damage. Mush, however, took a whole 3 wounds off the Ironclad by himself. It's a shame he had to go down like this, but, you know. However, that leaves us another 3 points, making it 10. I will keep that objective. I hope.
So Rainbow Trogg's turn 3. Battle tactic, we decided to go for Intimidate Invaders. Felt like it was the best option to go for. Spell wise, after losing Mush, couldn't do a lot. Craig decided to dispel my endless spell, so my general couldn't do anything, because that's like his little thing. Scragrot went for a Mystic Shield and Craig stopped it. Went for Fangs of the Moon and I rolled a 1 and a 2 and I wasn't risking anything else. So Craig stopped that one obviously as well. We went for movement. Push forward. A little bit against the grain because I'd like to go this way toward the objective, but that's Craig's tower, so pushing this way with all our might, kind of leaving mine undefended, but I've got a sneaky trick up my sleeve for it. We'll see if I can pull it off. So, Trogg's moved up, charged, hit. Same with the squigs, they came round, charged, hit. We killed 3 out of the 5 little fyreslayer guys in there. Really, really tough for that 4 ward save. And that was with the all-out attack onto the Troggs from the boss for the extra attack and the +1 to hit as well. The moon jumped into the middle of the board, so everything's under the moon. It's kind of why I wanted to save follow the moon for this round, but had to go with what you've got. Again, 3 points for the Troggs, just 1 point behind. This dice roll now, I know I've said it every single round, but this is the crucial one. If I roll a 2 and you roll a 5, Craig, swapping dice. Well, that says everything.
I rolled the 2 at least.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, Trogg hide is hard to chew through, but chew through it I have. We started this turn taking Intimidate the Invader, as we are very much invading at this moment. We rolled primal dice. We both got a primal dice. Not that I have much use for them. Till Ben's turn, that is. Then we wanted to see how much we could kind of hold on to our tower. So I made our lovely Rune Master his finest day ever. To be honest, it wasn't his finest day ever. It was the unit inside, the Hearthguard. They've exceptional. But anyway, so we read the winds. We moved our ships a little further forward, and then we've gone for our movement phase. We had our ship in combat with a lone Trogg. We ran up our engine riggers up to the top here to make sure we definitely get Intimidate. And then we've moved this guy around, so he's a little bit further away from these pesky Troggs. I was kind of anticipating my Fyreslayer ally would not be here, but they were. And the other ship's gone up to support the Ironclad. We entered the shooting round, and the Thunderers did what Thunderers do best. Another Trogg died. And then the Ironclad fired. Skragrott thought he saw it coming, but he did not. Taking a massive 12 damage to the face, Skragrott was turned to pulp. Then we went into the inevitable conclusion of the combat. My Fyreslayers have been chipping away at the squigs at the back. Just, they have a lot more maneuverability, and I can hold up the Troggs a little bit better. The Trogg swung, ended up so much damage, and the Fyreslayers took 1. The squigs actually did a little bit more work, but I'm left with one guy and the hero still in the tower. Squigs are still there, the Troggs are still there, but they're held there now for combat. So till the next priority roll, I'm okay. However, 1 and the battle tactic to give me another 3 points. Just keep edging ahead, but Ben keeps just edging back. If I can just keep him off that far objective, I'm good.
So Rainbow Trogg's turn 4. Battle tactic. Never done this one with the Troggs actually. Bait and trap. Yeah. Retreat 2, charge 2. So obviously their enemy wizard tower. Squigs and Troggs are in combat. So plan is retreat them, charging my other 2 units. Fingers crossed. Primal dice. We got 1 from me. Craig didn't get any. And I went to cast the Endless spell with my general, with his command trait. double 60 again with a primal dice, so got that one off. Nice. That went down. Did a couple more wounds to the 2 guys in there. That's on my magic because all my other wizards are dead. Moved my big boss up, retreated the squigs all the way this way, retreated the trogs this way, 3 away, managed to snake them in with a 10-inch charge, and my boss also charged in. So I retreated the 2, I charged with the 2, Trogg boss hit, killed the
Room Master.
Yeah, the
He
Room
finally
Master
bit the
guy.
dust.
Yeah, finally got him. Trogg's got the other guy, so win-win. Nobody in the tower. But only 3 points, because there's no way I'm getting across this board. It's too long for my Trogg legs. Far too long. So maybe the Swigs can get it. 3 points on the board gives me 12. Still 1 behind. And for the 4th time today, it's a very crucial dice roll. Oh my days.
You got higher.
I just need 1. Just 1 priority, please.
We've finally got out of our boats, because why not? So, battle tactic for the turn was boots on the ground. 3 units in a boat, be out of a boat, and in his territory. So, we got our little read the winds off. This time we went for our wands. Roll 2 wands, do D3 mortal wounds, and if you take them, you're half movement. So, 2 units of Trogs are now half movement. Enough said. Didn't really do that much damage to them. Their ward saves usually shrug off most of the damage. So, we moved into place. The Ironclad flew high, landed, and then dropped out using combat landing. Nifty little rule called we can't live without our ships. Lets me receive 2 commands in the same phase for a boat. It's only once per game, but situations like this, it's invaluable. The other 2 corner haulers came up to here, the end riggers as well. Positioned far enough away from the Trogs that they're not going to reach me, but these were a problem. There were 4 of them, then there were 7. I had to take them back down to 2 to make sure they weren't going to cause too much shit. And they still can cause a lot of issues for me, so I'll have to keep an eye on them. Other than that, the Thunderers, between the Thunderers and the Ironclad, 5 Trogs, gone. That much firepower, it's hard to bunt. He had to use his triumph to stop them running away. They really did not want to stay.
Hopefully rally some of them back. Yeah.
Yes. Every 6 is a Trogg. However, because of that little tactical move, we now hold both objectives, and I achieved my battle tactic, getting a full 4 points for this turn. Vastly needed. Plays me 17 points.
Trogg's turn 5. Was really struggling for a battle tactic, so I ended up picking Glory Grabbers. That's the one, Glory Grabbers, to try and get something out the shrine onto the objective next to it. It's worked a couple of times, but unfortunately, not this time. I'll show you why. So, we had Trogs here, half movement. A single Trogg here with half movement, and my boss over here. So, we moved our 3 inches up, 3 inches up. These guys threw a couple of rocks into the Thunderers. My general, big boy, auto ran 6 to get onto here. We moved the moon over as well, so we had some nice protection from the moon. Squigs over here did another big rally. They charged into there, took a couple of hits from Unleash Hell, knocked one of us off, and then in combat we killed one. I think we took another loss in return. I kind of needed them to stay alive a little bit so I could get that objective, but unfortunately not. I was like 1 or 2 short of holding it. Over here as well, combat, the unit of 5 Troggs got an all-out attack from the big man himself, so they got an extra attack. Did an absolute ton of damage into the Thunderers, shifted a few there. Little man on his own did a couple of wounds as well. Charged on. Unfortunately, I've got 8 on there, Craig's got 10 on there. So still Craig's objectives, both of them. And again, nothing as a whole game came out the shrine. So unfortunately, viewers, I score nil points, no points. 17 plays 12, and we'll head to the conclusion.
Conclusion time, folks. Well, what?
So close and fell at the last hurdle.
Yeah. The thing with Towers in the Tundra, because it's not a score 1, score 2, score more, then it's incredibly tight all the way through. If you can get that turn where you can grab that 2 and your battle tactic, 4 points is suddenly such a big deal.
Yeah.
And you were neck and neck, kind of like tit for tat. Then there was that turn where, well, as you said, all the priorities were quite key.
Yeah, all went into Craig's favour. I could have done with just one double.
One priority.
Just one chance just to punch over and maybe score the 4-1 turn and kind of hold both and hold them off.
I needed the little extra push to be able to turn around and get back, but I was constantly like fighting, knowing
where'd they go?
knowing the ship's turning around to do another run.
And you're getting like a red dot on your forehead. And you're like, oh no.
Quite a lot of red dots, really.
Yeah, that's
a lot of red dots.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, we're getting picked up. And also, I have never seen, I'm sure it has happened, never seen nothing come out of a shrine.
I was prepared for stuff coming out of that shrine, and it just didn't.
I have never played you with nothing. Like, I have fought Trogg after Trogg after Squig after Squig.
Not rallied any Troggs. No Troggs have come out the shrine. The only thing I rallied was in like the last 2 turns. Like
10 Squigs back over 2 turns.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Now, if you'd had that earlier, and something had come out the shrine, and you could put some pressure on. So, I mean, was there anything you could have changed or you would have done different? Other than not playing KO?
Not more dice?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Can't have that, unfortunately. I'm not going to give you that.
We haven't had his dice sent over yet, so if you could send them over. Still want those dice, aren't we?
Still looking for dice.
Still looking.
Yeah, that would help as well. It's hard to say. It's always hard playing against KO, like especially Troggs. There's not a lot of movement. I was relying on Handed Gork, which Craig was saving all his primal dice to stop.
That was the one thing he was going to stop, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
And it is difficult on the return. The 3-up save, you're always under the moon. 5-up ward. It's a very lot to shoot. Even for KO can put out a lot of damage, but you can soak it up really well.
Yeah. And it's just catching the KO. It's like they just spin in a circle, just going pop, 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 and I'm there just like,
You're like King Kong, just like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until you caught my tower with my fyreslayers in that you started to do any actual damage to me.
Yeah.
I'm able to keep your arm's length, and if I got too close, those Troggs
would have just jumped all over you.
Freeze by freeze minus 2 free damage, just smash. On always 2s, because you're always all that attack, extra attack. I wouldn't change how I play that if it was me playing it.
No.
I mean, did you have a model of the match, Trogg of the match, Squig of the match, Mush of the match, anything of the match? So, Greg,
I'll vote it for him. He's Trogg boss, who on 2 separate occasions, not knowing how to use magic, still primal overloaded his endless spell, and I'm like, I can't do out.
That's what I was thinking as well. Yeah, I'd probably go that one because Mush didn't manage to get anything off except a Mystic Shield.
Yeah.
Scragrot did a bit of work, but Craig was always there to stop him.
But big Trogg.
Yeah, have a moon here, have a
Stick
moon
it
here.
out. That's it.
That moon was
Stayed
like
alive.
the thorn in my arm, yeah.
Yeah, you got me my 3 points for my grand strategy.
Can't argue with that. So
He's
we'll
still-
go with him.
Yeah,
We'll go with him.
yeah.
Meanwhile, in the shooting gallery.
Well, this is the really bizarre thing, viewers. I've technically picked 2 units for this, but it's my Fyreslayer allies.
right.
And not even they held that tower down like absolutely nothing, bouncing the attack. And again, they keep really pivotal.
Yeah, it's
The fact that they held the
dirty far it
Trogs
was.
in,
Yeah.
they kept the Trogs in combat, so they couldn't go off and get something else, and gave me time to manoeuvre back around the board in the way I wanted to. That
True.
The manoeuvrability is off the charts, really.
Yeah.
But it by no means one or 2 slip-ups from me, and it goes south very quickly.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the Fyreslayers in the Kharadron Overlords army is seemingly better at the moment in this match.
And what do we both think of the scenario? I mean, this we've
It's
played it a
alright.
few times. It's all right.
It's alright.
Is it one of our favourites?
I wouldn't go favourite, but
I
Okay.
do like it. It's different. I like the 2 objectives and only scoring
it's a
4.
thinking game. You've got to
Yeah.
really think your way through. And I think again the key moment of being able to take first and grab both straight away. There was 2 turns I got the 4 instead of the 3, where you got the 3 virtually every turn except the last one. That kept you in it because I couldn't shift. So being able to jump on, get the 2 first,
Score.
that
really.
little bit of advantage. If you can push it through the rest of the game, it helps a lot.
Every point helps.
But you can only do it on 2 objectives.
Yeah.
It's
it.
almost all and off in.
Yeah. You're all in all
Yeah.
not. So
And then holding your own tower at the end.
you've got to be everywhere.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Like,
We had stuff in our own towers, and we destroyed each other's towers effectively, and then
Got nothing.
that
for
was it. So
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. You liked it? You had fun? Well,
Yeah.
hopefully you guys had fun as well watching. And, as always, if possible, by all means, please do subscribe. Have a look at the website. Pop across there. Find out about all the news.
pop a comment down below.
That's it. Ding the bell, as you always say.
Oh, yeah.
Ding that bell.
Ding that bell.
Let us know. And, hopefully, if not, go back and have a look at the other previous 67 episodes and see what you
Yeah.
think of those ones. And if not, then...
Get ready for the next
Get
one.
ready
Get ready for the next
Still going
one.
to do another one. So, as we always say, until next time, bye.